5x5 square of words.
This is how you play code names.
This is how you play code names.
All right.
They're going to be two teams, and each team will have basically two groups. One group will be the clue giver. The other group will be the guessers. There's one clue giver, and you can have any number of guessers on each team. So the goal of the game is to get all of the words associated with your team guessed. Each of the clue givers will have a card. It looks like this. It is going to mark on the 5x5 square all of the colored words associated with your two teams, with your team. So in this case, we've got blue and red. Those are going to be the two team colors. Those are the ones that you're trying to achieve. So my clue giver, is that going to be you for now? You want to come join me on the clue giving
Sure.
side? So what we're going to do is lay out the board. In a 5x5 square. And what will happen, and you can see this, Beijing and Amazon not wanting to cooperate. That's classic. Oh gosh, that's a deeper joke than I meant it to be. All right, and so you'll see here that you'll have a colored section, right? And in this particular case, the blue squares would be tag, ball, ambulance, rock, paste, cricket, board, stadium, and night. Okay, so the blue clue giver is going to go and look through all of the words, and then they say two words. That's all the clue givers can ever say are two words for each turn that they have. In this case, let's say sport is an easy one, right? Because we know that ball and cricket are on there. So they'll say sport as a clue, and they'll say how many of the tiles associate with that clue. So in this case, that would be two. So after that, the clue giver can't say anything else. And that's one of the hardest things to do with this game, is to not say anything, because you want to be like, oh, I'm sorry that I'm giving you guys this, or oh, that's a bit of a stretch. That's like a natural tendency for the clue giver to do, but that gives a lot of context to the guessers, and that is technically not allowed. So as a clue giver, in this case, Merritt, you're giving the clue to Josh. You guys are team blue. You say sport 2. Josh looks it over, right? Looks over all 25 squares, and he's going to point. He can say whatever he wants, and again, you can't respond to whatever he's saying, which is really hard. I tend to just hide and not look at people.
And it's not like charade, like she can't, no response.
She can't do anything. So you can say whatever you want. When you're ready to guess, right, you point to one. So if he points to ball, then what we do is we've got all of these colored tokens. You're going to place, you can't say anything. Yes, that's correct. No, that's correct. Because what can happen, and it's especially pertinent, that's why I chose sport in this example, because say he says, oh, sport, cricket, and he puts one over cricket. That's technically correct. That's blue, but it's not what you were thinking about. So you can get into these scenarios where you're trying to guess something that she hasn't necessarily given you as a clue, and you get it right by, by luck.
With that.
Mm-hmm. But that creates difficulty down the road. Now, each time you give a clue, the number that you say is one shy of the maximum number of guesses he can have. So he can guess up to 3 tiles if you give 2 as your number. You can guess up to 4 if you give 3. If you give 1 as your number, he can guess 2. So like in any case, right, that's helpful in kind of making up for ones that maybe you missed. Like say for sport in this case, you think that he's talking about, I don't know, the World Cup, and you say England. Well, that's right. As soon as you guess it wrong, your turn is over, right? So say your first guess was England, you wouldn't get any more guesses. It switches to the other team. That's that. But Josh, being the smart guy that he is, he then goes back and says, oh, it's obvious that that's cricket. So on your next time, say you say country for 2, right? It clearly doesn't pertain necessarily to cricket, but you can go back and put 2 down for country, and then the third down on cricket because you've realized that was right from a previous round. So this all it's all pretty straightforward once you start playing. The main things to keep in mind are you've got to be concise as the clue giver. If you get a neutral tile, so some of the tiles are blue, some are red. The neutral ones are the kind of tan ones. Those also end the turn immediately, but they don't get scored for the other team's points. The game is over the instant you cover the last colored tile of your color on the board, or you'll notice one of these is black with an X on it. That is the bomb. It's kind of like Minesweeper. You hit that one, the game's immediately over and you lose. Question.
Minesweeper.
Yeah.
You're dating yourself.
Yeah.
Let's play.
Feel good? Feel confident?